I got birds singing, deep divers, butterflies floating around. This is a gorgeous day. Like I'm impressed. Mother Nature. Let's breathe. One more time. Woo! Breathing in that good ass prana, baby. Raising the frequency. What are we doing, deep divers? Raising the vibration. Take that, take that, take that. Good ass energy I'm sending you. Peace. Infinite waters, diving deep once again. Beautiful deep divers, we are out here in the heart of nature. Another gorgeous day. Look, I'm FaceTiming you right now, deep divers. I hope you are taking care of yourself. Also, if you are watching this video, this is your confirmation that it's going to align for you. Rest your mind, it's already manifesting. Now, doesn't that feel good? Yes, it does. Because sometimes we kind of stress ourselves out like things aren't working out. And sometimes all you have to do is rest your mind and it's already manifesting. Just like that, just like that. Now, deep divers, today's upload came from today's download. And that was people are starting to see it all around the world. It's so obvious now. See what, Ralph? Oh, we're going to dive into it. And we got a whole lot to talk about. And we ain't even had breakfast yet. Can I get a hello? Hey. I said people are starting to see it all around the world. It's so obvious now. Now, what am I talking about? I'm talking about how the spell humanity has been cast under for thousands of years. The spell humanity has been cast under for thousands of years is starting to become undone. And this is happening because we are at the door of the age of Aquarius. And this is the reason why people are starting to see it all around the world. The Maya, the illusion that the whole world is a stage, that we have been lied to, that our government lies to you. Your government loves you, right? People are starting to see it, that even when they watch the news, people are like, I don't believe you. You need more people. Because people are no longer willing to drink the Jim Jones Kool-Aid. People are no longer willing to walk around with a blindfold on. Because that's how we've been living for so long on the planet. Like a lot of us, myself included, once upon a time I was fast asleep. Plugged up, plugged into this system, this matrix. But one day, it's like I got a system reboot. Oh my gosh. It's like I'm a whole new being. I'm alive. I'm different right now. I got a whole new mind, a whole new heart, a whole new soul, a whole new vision. And I'm talking to a lot of people all around the world. And so many people, deep divers, this is the good news. So many people are starting to get it. So many people are having their own awakening. And it's beautiful to see. And it's beautiful to hear. You see, someone sent me a video a long time ago that news reporters were saying the exact same thing. This news station, that news station, it's like they were reading off the same script. And many people are now starting to say, actually, I don't believe the news. I don't believe the news. I don't believe the mainstream media. Instead of watching the tell-lie vision, which tells lies to your vision, it's time for us to tell our vision. What? Slow motion this side. People are starting to see it all around the world. It's so obvious now. History means his story. I can't trust history. I gotta trust my story, because what they wrote in those books is up for questioning. You have been lied to even in the history books. Now, I always put a round globe, right, on the intros. People are like, Ralph, don't you know the earth is flat? I say, hey, it could be. I don't know. I haven't gone outside to check. All I do know, though, is that those pictures that NASA shows you, that's not what the Earth looks like. That's not what the Earth looks like. Those images have been photoshopped. Okay? So the flat earthers aren't completely insane. Listen, do your own research, because everything you know is a big lie about the planet, about Earth's origins, about human origins. Like, where did we all come from? Were we created by the Anunnaki? You got to question everything, deep divers. Leave no stone unturned. People are starting to see it all around the world. It's so obvious now. Now, recently, you've had a lot of school shootings in America. And it got me thinking, deep divers, like, oh my gosh, that's terrible. Yes, it is. But we're living in a very violent society. But why are violent video games promoted so much? Call of Duty, Modern Warfare, right? So we are creating a breeding ground for violence. People are starting to see it all around the world. It's so obvious now. Now, I told you, COVID means creating our vision in detail, but also certificate of vaccination ID. In fact, there was a doctor who an Italian doctor who said that it's a certificate of vaccination ID. This was back in 2020. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Turned out he was right. Right? But when I said creating our vision in detail, these last few years have been like a hibernation period for humanity. People have had time to really focus on what they really want. They're like, actually, this whole thing is a big matrix. Let me get out. And what you're seeing is a mass exodus. A lot of people are going off grid. A lot of people are investing in land, learning how 7-Day Vegan Challenge to grow their own fruits and vegetables. Check this out, deep divers, okay? In Israel, they now have, one company had 3D printed salmon fillet, right? 3D printed salmon fillet made of plants, which mimics the real salmon. And I'm like, this is crazy. That they have foods which mimic other foods which aren't real, but they taste exactly like those foods. So it's getting harder to discern between what's real and what's fake. This is the whole New World Order agenda. Are these grapes I'm eating? Or are these tomatoes? Right? That's the kind of world we're living in. It's getting harder to draw the line between reality and fiction. And when you realize that's what the metaverse is all about, it's about creating a world where you cannot discern between what's real or what's fake. And that's why they want you in there, so you won't know what's real or what's fake. That will be your reality. Just like Morpheus told Neo in the Matrix, what is real but electrical signals interpreted by your brain. People are starting to see it all around the world. It's so obvious now that there's more to life. MTL, more to life. You were told that, hey, you just are born, then you go to college, you get a job, you get married, you have a family, then you die. But you are not supposed to question everything. But you are not supposed to question anything, and your government loves you. Big Pharma loves you. Big Tech loves you. That's why it censors people. If they cared about your health, health care would be free. Slow motion this side. People are starting to see that. People are starting to see it all around the world. It's so obvious now. Big Pharma. If Big Pharma had a cure for every disease, there would be no profit. There would be no profit. In fact, disease is highly profitable. And a lot of people are starting to see this. Like, oh, when my grandma was in the hospital, she lived nearly to be 100 years old. When she was in the hospital, I went to visit her and I'm like, okay, what's on the menu? because this is a hospital. I'm thinking there's going to be some lentils, some salads, and I'm like, oh my gosh, there's like pork chops, there's like custard and cream. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is a place of health. But what's on the menu is not healthy. And a lot of people are starting to see this, that this whole thing is a big joke. Life is a meme, right? When you see people dancing on TikTok, that is showing you what life is like in this matrix, that it's a big show. And that I don't blame the young children for not taking this whole thing seriously, because this system is a big joke. The game is rigged. The biggest lawmakers are the biggest lawbreakers. People are starting to see it. It's so obvious now. They're trying to distract you every single day. They need you staring at a screen every single day. They want you always looking outside of yourself, never looking within, because that's how they control you. But I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one who can see this. Millions of other people are starting to wake up, and that's the good news. You know, deep divers, when we come together, we are a force to be reckoned with. When we come together like Voltron, we now realize we are the power, we always were, and we always will be. You see, you have been told that the 1% control the world. No, the 99% control the world. And we are the 99%. Slow motion this side. All we have to do is unite and come together and put aside our differences. People are starting to see it. All around the world, it's so obvious now that there has been an agenda to separate people based on your race, your religion, based on your race, your religion, your ethnicity, your nationality, your politics, all of these things. And many people are starting to realize that separation is the greatest illusion ever created. Everybody bleeds red. So we have to see that it's one humanity. I say this: birthplace, earth; race, human; politics, freedom; religion, love. Slow motion this side. But when you go to a job, they don't have boxes for that, right? Because they're always trying to put you in a box. Slow motion this side of limitation, a box of separation. And the good news is that many people are starting to wake up from this big illusion. They told you what they were going to do in the films before they did it. I told you about that film Control Factor in 2003, which was showing people going into the metaverse and them tracking people, knowing your every single movement. They showed you in the movies predictive programming, right? That's a joke in Hollywood, and Hollywood comes from the Druids, the holy wand, which was used to cast spells. But people are starting to get smarter than the system, right? People are starting to wake up to say, oh my gosh, this whole thing is a big script. The whole world is a stage, and they are all actors. And the good news is that, as I'm seeing it, deep divers, we have already won. Because millions of people are now standing in their freedom. Millions of people are now letting love guide them, not fear. Millions of people are now reclaiming back their power. Millions of people are not going to be fooled again, because they realize that the people telling them what to do don't even follow the same rules they're giving you. People are starting to see it all around the world. It's so obvious now that the music industry was hijacked by the inorganic ones, and they deliberately promote songs which dumb down the masses. Why don't you think you hear of Lauryn Hill anymore? Why don't you think you have conscious artists getting pushed as much as commercial artists? Because the agenda, the name of the game, is to dumb down as many people as possible. But the good news is that a lot of people are no longer saying that that's cool. You know, music that is lowering your frequency and vibration, that's no longer cool. Growing up, I used to think, oh my gosh, why is the music videos like this? Do they really have this lifestyle? Then I realized they were just renting the cars. The whole thing was fake. A lot of these artists aren't really living that life, but it's the illusion. And this illusion is shattering because people are all about the real instead of the fake. People are they're all about living authentically instead of pretending on social media. That's what I'm seeing. People all around the world are seeing this. They're seeing it, deep divers, and then just saying, feels so good to be alive, baby. Can I get a hello there? Beautiful deep divers. I'm just, breathing in that good ass prana, baby. Go and check out the new book, Deep Divers, for more powerful, life-changing information just like this. Feel Alive by Ralph Smart on Amazon and at ralphsmart.com/the book. Also, go and get the good ass prana shirts at ralphsmart.com/clothes and spreadshirt.com if you're in America. They tried to bury us deep divers. They forgot we were seeds. People are starting to see it all around the world. It's so obvious now. The gender divide, men against women, that was done by design to keep you separate. Ladies, men, you got to come together and build harmony together, because once you do, you will become a force to be reckoned with. People are starting to see it all around the world. They want men to be women, women to be men. Oh, you better wake up and let love guide you, not fear. I love all of you. Peace. Infinite waters, diving deep once again. Stay well, stay healthy. Peace. Yo! Hit that like button, deep divers. Share the video. Leave a comment down below of love and appreciation, and let me know what you are starting to see as well. One love. Peace.